What if your self image is the only thing standing between you and your dream life? Hi, welcome to episode 80 of Whisper Unplugged. Today we are going to get into the law of self image. Yes, how you see yourself directly shapes your reality. A lot of y'all don't know that. A lot of y'all do not know that whatever you see on the outside is first coming from the inside within. Well, I don't quite understand that, but guess what? We're going to go into it. I'm going to give you not one, not two, not three, but I'm going to give you 10, I mean 10 tips, hacks, whatever you want to call it, that's going to help you. First of all, the 10 steps that I'm going to give you, it's going to help you transform your perspective and build a stronger, more positive self-image. Let's see. How about acknowledge the power of perception? How do you see yourself determine how the world responds to you? Think about that. I know people have came to me in as mentees, even clients, and they had so much problems with, let's go to relationships. They was being treated very bad. And one of the questions I would say is, how do you see yourself? I mean, do you care for you? And they would say, of course. I then say, well, why do you let yourself become a punching bag for someone? Why do you let someone verbally abuse you? So you have to acknowledge the power that God have given you. You have to acknowledge how you feel about you. I know y'all say, I ain't got a problem, but you need to ask yourself, why do you let people drag you? Yes, drag you. In relationships, even at work. Even at work, some of you complain, oh, they treat me like this, they treat me like this. True, you don't have control on the outside of you, but you can't control your reaction. Number two, identify the negative talk. Hmm. How are you speaking to yourself within? That's a whole nother podcast. I'm going to cover that later in another week or so. But how do you how do you identify your negative talk? Are you always saying, I can't? Are you always saying, I don't think I can do that? Or that's not for me? Going to the highest level, being promoted to your job? In relationships, do you settle? Are you afraid of the man that might be got on a suit, or maybe that's a nerd, that's a tech? Someone who really know computers really good? Are you intimidated when that person try to talk to you? Hmm. Look at what you are saying to yourself. I said it yesterday. My whole business is about whisper, self-whisper. It covers what are you saying to yourself when you walking down the street when nobody's around you. Are you saying, I am ugly? I'm overweight? Is this something that you say all the time? Because if you are repeating it like a record, and I know I'm aging myself, I said it before, but you know how the record player goes, "Whoa," so if you don't pick it up Y'all, all of y'all my age and older. Soon, the record just keep playing the last line. So you really have to identify what you're saying to yourself. Define your true values. Align your self-image with what matters to you. Okay? What matters to you, if you're an entrepreneur, I do feel you should align yourself with people. Let your group be a group that is similar to who you are. Like in college, like attract like hang with like. The cheerleaders hung out with the other cheerleaders, and the athletes hung out with the athletes. So you really have to say to yourself, what matters to me right now? Do I prefer to hang out with my friends and party or during the weekend? I have nothing against you partying. I'm not trying to take that away from you. I'm not trying to take the fun. But when you align it, is it the season to party and spend your money when you have a goal of making six figures? I hope that helps somebody. Watch the alignment around you. Alignment to me is the people. It can be the things. Are you listening to negative talk all the time about, and this can include your friends, of, you know, I don't like men like that. I don't like men that dress up in the suit. And then you might be around people who dress successful. Not that you have to have on a suit, but what I'm saying is, what are your friends whispering in your ear? Number one. Excuse me, embrace your unique traits. This is for especially the young people out there. Everybody wants to be everybody. It is fine when you see somebody, I can relate to that person. I like your style. I like your walk. I like, what you're doing with your life. And this is for mothers and grandmothers. Make sure that your grandkids and kids, you have to be very, very careful if they are hanging around people that's celebrating them or just tolerating them or criticizing them, because they're different. And it starts in school. It starts in I don't know, elementary and bullying. I have a book about that, bullying. And that's Xander Speak, excuse me, y'all. With that being said, you want to be with people that's celebrating you. And I know when you young, you just want to fit in, and you say, well, my nose is too big, I'm not the right color, size. Listen, you must teach your children that they are beautiful, and especially when they got the uniqueness. Because truth be told, I used to love watching American Top Model. Y'all remember that with Tyra Banks? And it was the uniqueness of that person that made them stand out. When you go to the modeling agencies, they don't want the same person to look like the last person. The uniqueness. So when you teach your child, okay, so you have this, you have something they was labeled you with, but you're very unique. You will stand out the crowd when you are different. So stop trying to be like everybody else. Stop trying to be like the girl at the college that got all the men, but you don't know what she's doing at nighttime to get all those men. Okay. Did I say that? Well, it's true. You don't know. And these are things that you got to teach your kids, even your teenagers, even your grown daughters. You have to say, embrace your uniqueness, your uniqueness. You have to embrace the fact that your hips may be bigger, but baby, that's the way it is, honey. I got more to grab. Don't try to be somebody who's a size 4 when your body was not made that way. Don't try to walk around here and get all the plastic surgery because you want to look at the up and coming star. You cut up your face, you made them go ahead and give you plastic surgery, and then the next decade, the next up and coming star don't look like that. So I don't know what to say. I do want to tell you, how do you know? You probably say, Miss P, how do you know when somebody's celebrating me or just tolerating me? You're going to feel it right here. In your gut, you're going to feel, I feel good when I'm with these people. I'm not talking about hanging out with somebody and all of y'all do the same drugs and you say, I feel good. No, that's not them. That's the drug that's making you feel good. I'm talking about people who are not criticizing you, they uplifting you. So you have to be very, very, very careful with that, because now I'm going to go into number 5. Surround yourself with positivity, and that has everything to do with feeling good. But how do you know that you're feeling good is not a fake? Because some people just want to belong. Some people just want to belong to a group or a community, and you can sometimes, don't get it twisted, that group or community might not be positive. I have been there. I'm even talking about a community even in the church. If you in the church and everybody is literally criticizing you, looking at you sideways, whispering, you know, it's just, you'd be surprised. Yes, I said the church. I know some of y'all didn't like it. It's fine. It's fine. I can't do anything about that. Only thing that I can tell you is the truth. And God said the truth shall set you free. And the truth do hurt sometimes. The community cannot, let's stay away from churches. How about even, you know what? I feel for you when you at a job and you just can't stand it. But I try to tell people, when hell is breaking loose around you, usually the universe is trying to tell you that it's something bigger and better. So that goes back to the alignment. If you want better, if you always praying about, oh, I want to make more money, you know what I'm saying? But you don't go get the skills and the education, there we go. You have dreamers out there. That's all they want to do is dream. I unplugged that. I'm going to unplug something else. 6, set achievable goals. This is something I never like. I never like to do. I don't like to do it now. I'm sorry. Yes, but you got to have it. I say this every New Year's. Go look at some of my podcasts from then. New Year's, I usually say, go ahead and don't write some unbelievable, unrealistic goal. I'm going to lose 100 pounds. And, that's a goal. But what are you doing to get to that point? You want to stay in shape and you want to make sure that you're healthy. Okay? Know the reason why you want to lose weight. Is it because you want to get off of medication? Do you see where I'm going here? So those goals should be realistic. You want to start, you want to start setting the smaller goals. I always say do like the 1 month and 3 months. Quarterly is better. Why? Because you have something to look at. And I even do daily goals. Daily goals is really like, let me complete at least 3 to 5 tasks a day. I can get rid of 10. And I really just like, you know, I'm the queen, because listen, I did 10, but you don't have to. If you complete this 3 goals, give yourself credit. And before we actually go into 6, I do want to remind y'all that I don't know who you know. So if you want to continue having this conversation with me or listening to my conversation, you have to subscribe. So take the time to subscribe and like. This is how you go forth and help somebody else. And somebody will then, don't need to take the time to say that. And I'm going to go into 7, practice daily gratitude. I know I have trained under coaches that really was into gratitude. What do that mean? They might have said a gratitude affirmation of I'm so grateful for waking up today. I'm grateful that I was able to be mobile. Yes, yes, yes. You can do that. But what I like to say is practice a moment of feeling good, feeling happy, knowing, if you, for example, I feel so good when I know that I have a couple tasks to do that day. And I feel good just saying, completed, completed, complete. Even if I'm checking it, I completed this. Even if it's one call that I need to make to do something with my business, check it. Even when I go and balance my books, yes, balance my books, and I balance it right, I be like, why? Because you could forget and then turn around and you got a negative charge because you didn't know something was coming in. So it is very important that you do those. Sometimes the little goals can be crumbs that's going to help you to the bigger goals. Okay. So that's gratitude. I like to say appreciation. Feel it, feel it, feel it. They said feeling is the secret. Oh, yes. Yes, we're going to get into that. Not today though, but yes, just feel it. Just sit back and just say, I am so you in your own words, whatever helps you. I walk around my house sometime and everything gotta be before 12 o'clock, everything gotta be in order. I'm in order. That means I'm clean from my head to my toe. My room has to be in order. Even even though I am self-employed and I work from home, keep your area beautiful. That could be a goal. If you have a goal where I'm going to start work, but then you can look around and you can see your room and you say, wow, this look good. Some people have smell that they put in, you spray or whatever. Walk through the house, say, this smells so good. Appreciate what you have at that moment. And yes, you can't appreciate anything till you appreciate your Father God. Just walk around and say, thank you, Father. Thank you that my bills are paid this morning, this day. Now, some of y'all will be like, I'll get tired of doing that. No, you won't, because when you're grateful, when and I say it, when hell knock at your door, and I'm not talking about the devil with the red horns, okay? I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna say it. I have heard people say it, you know, not today, saying not tomorrow, saying just leave it alone because the only enemy you have is when you look in that mirror. And I don't even have one around me. But what I'm trying to say to you, listen, if you're grateful for the little things, then you showing God that I'm just grateful. It's just like your child. You would love if your child come home and say, Mommy, I love you. Daddy, I love you. "Well, why do you love me? I just love you. Or would you rather your child walk around miserable? And next minute, you're gonna be like, I gotta go get some kind of medication because John's a little depressed. No, John don't have a role model in the house to say, hey, keep up your spirit. Now, my spirit goes down when I start thinking about the wrong thing, but you have to turn around and quickly. That's why you have to have daily gratification. I say daily affirmation. I could be going downstairs washing dishes, affirmation. I'm going to say something to myself. Well, you did a good job. Yeah, you did a good job, Queen. You think I'm playing? Seriously. Why? Because this is why so many of y'all, and I'm talking to the ladies here, are running around saying, I just want somebody to love me. And that's all in my podcast. And I'm going to repeat it because your self image is not matching what you want. How do you want someone to love who you are when you don't even love yourself? When you don't even you know, spend time with yourself. It's people out there, men and women, I'm talking to the ladies because I counsel my maybe 90% is for the guys too. You go out there and you search and you search and you search because I don't want to stay in the house by myself. It's lonely. Is it lonely? You might be alone, but you're not really lonely. But yet you say, oh, I just can't do it. I have to be with somebody. Some of you will be with anything. Y'all be with a man who just don't have anything. He is messed up from the floor up, but you want somebody in your presence. That means you need to check how you look at yourself, how you perceive your self image. 8, detach from external validation. A lot of people want approval. You want approval. I let me tell you something. I know how that feels, okay? And maybe because I'm the baby in the family, and I always wanted to hear it. Some people just have to hear it. It feels good. But let me tell you something. You know, when I really, really woke up is when I realized that I can tell myself, I can talk to myself, I can give myself approval. Because remember earlier, I said I pat myself on the back. I feel good. I fall in love with me all over again. When I completed not 3 tasks, but maybe 5 tasks, and I mean, literally, I know how to stop. I stop and I go and I have downtime. And then I make sure that downtime I am not interrupted. If you call me at a certain time, you can't call me. You know, some people run to the phone because somebody gonna talk to me. And they interrupt everything, the whole family dinner. You don't do that. No, 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 no. Some people can't sit at a dinner table at a restaurant without their phone in their hand. You don't know who you are. You get validation and people, you go on social media. Oh, I got 100 more likes. Yeah, that's great if you need it for your business and you need it for your company. But to sit back and just constantly look at that, let me tell you what you're doing. You're not only being rude to whoever's sitting and having dinner with you. Suppose you by yourself. A lot of times I'm by myself. I will go and have my dinner and I enjoy making my meal because that is my meal is my alignment of staying healthy, growing healthy, growing mobile. Okay. I don't hang with people who talk about how many medications they have. I'm not, listen, don't get upset with me. But as you reach over 40, you do not want people in your ears talking about, I'm on this medication. Oh, girl, I'm on this, I'm on that. The commercials already are programmed at a certain time of night when you are more comfortable, when your brain is not fighting of the things that's coming to, when your ear gates and your eye gates and your senses just like relax, and you will see commercial on medication, medication, medication in a small, small voice you will hear. This may have you commit suicide or suicidal thoughts, or this is going to do something to your backbone, to your neck bone, and then you know what? You might wake up with a cracked head bone. Huh? You know what I do? I know y'all think I'm crazy. I'm muted because I know what the world is trying to do to me. Yes, I can smile on that. You have to understand, and you can literally get this in your kids' head. Well, I think that's crazy. I think that's stupid. Then you know what? You don't even need to be listening to this lesson. You got it going on, sweetie. Keep on going. Invite me to your podcast because this is real. It is very real that young people in school are trying to or planning to or just talking about suicide. They don't know who they are. And I'm going to go back to it. I did not bring a scripture up in here, but I'm going to tell you, I love as a man thinketh, so is he. As you teach your child to think from a young age, from the time they're in your belly, they're going to grow up. And if they running around seeking approval, guess what? Chances are you was running around seeking approval. If they running around and they don't know who they are, chances you don't know who you are. If your daughter, every time she look up daughter or son and they see another man, a new one, don't you dare get upset. Don't you dare run around and say, what is going on? Why is my daughter whore? Hello? Mama was a whore. You know what? I know you can't understand, but I'm unplugging this. Remember unplug? I'm telling you this because it hurts me when I see it. It hurts me because these are people that I have heard this growing up. Literally. My mother don't want me to do this and she don't want me to do this. You know why mama don't want you to do it? You remember Back to the Future? What would happen if your child could go back to the future? They would see mama on that dance floor grinding. You know, Papa's a Rolling Stone. Papa be going from house to house, but see, y'all don't know it. You know what I say? It's better to tell them, baby, I was out there. Baby, I did. I was out there, baby. I was out there. But you know what? Learn from my mistake. But don't you dare walk around talking about, you know what? I just don't understand why she can't stand herself. I just don't understand, doctor, can you prescribe something for her? Wrong. Go within. Stop seeking approval. And now what I'm going to go to 9, and this is I love this one. Visualize your best self. As I would say it, and my team know it, picture yourself. And this is where the vision boards come in. Now, if you're not into vision board, that's fine. This is where the affirmation come in. This is where the prayer come in. You literally want to maybe get pictures on a vision board because some people are visual and see yourself sitting at a board. Maybe you want to be the person who lead people. See yourself on vacation. Get pictures of vacation with your team. I went on vacation with my team. We had a ball. We went to New Orleans. Oh yeah, honey. So do all of that. Did I have a vision board? Yeah, I had a vision board. I had a vision board of me on a cruise, and it's many times I went on a cruise. Listen to what I'm saying. That doesn't mean that everything is based upon the vision board. If you know who I am, those of you who don't, you have to have a personal relationship with your Father, God. And some of your kids don't even know how to say amen. God is nowhere in your house. But then something happened to your daughter or your son. Come on, community. Come on, community. Get the candle. Let's pray. Yes. Yes, that's what you do. You want to see who do you want to be? Yes, sometimes you want to get somebody who's you can't help but you want to get a good mentor. You want to see, it could be an entertainer. It could be I would think twice about that. But a entertainer that is seasoned, that went through the fiery furnace and living proof. You should know them by their fruit, God said. So you want to. I think that's when you're younger, you look up to older people. You want somebody who's been there. Yes, yes, yes. And I would tell your parents, you supposed to be the first person they idolize. You should be their first mentor, the first preacher, first prophet, everything. So you got to visualize your best. And now let's go ahead and go to the 10th. Commit to self-care. Let me tell you something. Everybody who know me, Miss P, I'm into self-care. Remember I said that at a certain time, let me just tell y'all my schedule. I am not an early bird. But when I do wake up in the morning, it don't be that early. Up until 12 o'clock is God time and my time. Whatever things that I have to bring to God, that's my conversation, a conversation. Don't take prayer into a begging mode. It's a conversation. And if you know how to pray in the spirit, that's even better. because unknown tongues, nobody knows but you and God. Let that be your time for being grateful. You can literally, your prayer should be your request. But God said, when you come in there, you're supposed to believe that you already have it. So walk in there if you have a space. Walk in there bold like a queen. Walk in there like a king, and give them thanks for that. You don't have in your face, but it's there. It's just not, it has not manifested. This is where manifestation come in. But your self-care, okay, let's go back. I give it to God. I give it to myself. Even when you staying in the house or you working from home, clean yourself up. Fix yourself up. You say, oh, nobody ain't gonna see me. You don't never know when you're gonna run into the Amazon man or whatever. And I have a dog. You have a pet. You should run into your neighbor and your breath is humming all the way across the road. And people do. I go, you're laughing, and you go out there and you got rollers up in your hair. It's just the way that you present it, though. At least smell clean and good. I mean, get yourself together. Why wouldn't I get myself together? Why would I sit up here and smell my funk at my own desk? I did say that this was unplugged, right? Hmm. Why? Why should my desk be all uncluttered? My bathroom. You know what I'm trying to say? I got to go in there several times a day because, yeah, I eat right. I don't walk around it. I eat right because have a goal to stay healthy and mobile. I have a goal to be medication free. So self-care after 12 or 1 o'clock, you can call me. I have my phone on. Do you see what I just did? Some of you can't live with the phone in your bed. Only reason why my phone might be in my bed because I am going through a audible or a video that is teaching me something, or a meditation video that is relaxing me, that's speaking affirmation to me every night. I'm a queen. Speaking, you can speak, just get the scripture. Just the scriptures are going to you because you sleep and then your subconscious mind is 24 hours, baby. And you get it. Did you know that? Did somebody teach you that? Sometimes you have it on the low volume and your subconscious mind picking it. Some of you have some music, and it's all right if you like that type of music, and you need to watch it because if your kid got music on and they falling asleep and the music is talking about that you know you a bee, and you know, baby, you better come over here and give me the bee. And I can't, you wanted me to rap. I'm from New York, but I'm not going to rap up here. I ain't going to do my best. But you get what I'm saying? Guess what? She going to wake up and she going to think she a bee. The next man that call her bee, she don't, I'm good. I'm good. You know what? Because this is all she hear. How about your boy? Especially with the boys nowadays, because there used to be times you had to watch the girls, but you better watch little boy, little Johnny. Listen to what they listen to. Is the phone in their ear? I know some of them sneak it. Even gaming. You know what I'm trying to say? Gaming is the one that want death that listen. I need to get into that. But be careful with me. God dang, if they got the gaming and they just shooting up the then you wonder why little Bobo is running around. This ain't funny. They pick up the phone and contact you and say, what's going on? Bobo just shot up everybody up in this place. Listen, I'm not trying to be funny, but some of the people that have went back and killed, unfortunately, people, and you know how the FBI go back into their house? It is no surprise that they find clues. And I'm not saying from gaming, they just find clues where, they went and bought, something that they didn't need to buy, harmful weapons. It's just certain clues lead up to it. And sometimes it even, yeah. So we have to be careful when they very young, because they start nowadays at 5, they telling you what to do. Self-care. After what else? Excuse me, let's get back. Then I go into self-care and it's all business. Straight down. Do I take time for myself? Do I have unexpected things? Yes. Sometimes during that time I have a call that I am kind of like doing some type of business, or I got a whole bunch of emails, sometime 100, if I let 2 days go by, over 100, and I'm clearing. and I'm cluttering and I'm trashing stuff. This is how I keep my computer clutter free. What happens is I may have an uninterrupted, somebody may interrupt me. And if it's a client and I didn't schedule that client in his emergency, I take it and then I have to forgive myself that I didn't make my 5 or 3 tasks. And then I go look and see if something quick that I can do. So do you see how I do that? But then now let's go to 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock. I'm getting ready for dinner. I'm getting my dinner together. I'm um planning the dinner. Oh, listen, I just be all into it. I'll send pictures to some people. Look what I made. And if I didn't make it, my daughter may make it. What do you want? What do you eat in the cheese here? And then I sat down and I watched during the season of football, I watch sports. And then from football, if it's not a season of that, I watch a lot of Food Network. I watch House Hunter. I want to see other people blessed to get a home. I want to see people cooking and making people feel with love. And it's so much that I can watch. But I am a love fanatic. I will go downtown is me. I will watch movies, love stories. And I just, no, I can't do murder love stories. But I can do murders when it comes down to detective and Columbo and all that because they solve it. They solve the murder mystery. And I used to watch it every Friday, and I went through all of Columbo. They don't have nobody like him. So what am I saying? You can spend time with yourself instead of running in the street. It was a time I used to party every Friday when I was a young teenager in New York. And as I grew older as an adult, party on Friday, Saturday, and I used to feel so sad because I used to be like, oh, it just don't feel right. Because I was ready to go out there and party. And I started realizing I can dance. I used to love to dance. You can dance in your house. You can have your little music. You can have whatever it is that you feel relaxed. Some people relax with tea. Some people like wine. Some people have a mixture of drinks. I am not here to tell you what you can't do, but I am here to tell you whatever makes you feel good about yourself. Whatever helps your self image, I'm telling you, it's going to be beautiful. That's what you need to do. Before we recap on what I did, I definitely hope you learned something today. I'm going to go into questions and I'm going to have Scylla, if she can come on, because I have questions from my team members in reference to this. She's going to ask those questions. Let's start with number one, and I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best. Ask Miss P.
All right, so we do have a couple questions. So, starting with the first question, how to embrace imperfections without harsh self criticism?
That's a good question. Yes, it was by Patty. I'm going to tell you, you have to love yourself. You have to realize that your imperfection is what makes you unique and stand out to the crowd. You got to change your words from I'm too big, I'm not pretty enough, because your last boyfriend and you didn't go to long-term commitment and he says something like you ugly. Were you growing up and your parents constantly told you you were ugly? Those are negative whispers that forms into a seed that grows. And forgive me with the paperwork. And the seed get down in you and grow. This is why children, you got to be very careful with your kids, because those whispers of seeds can be implanted in school, on the playground, anywhere. You know, They'll tell your child, my mother said that you ain't so and so and so because my mother said so and so. No, 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 no. So you have to replace it. You have to make sure that you're doing the things that you need to do to uplift your self image, which means you have to speak. Let your I can't be I can. Let your um you too overweight. Let it be no, I'm not overweight. I'm sexy. I am sexy and I'm healthy and I'm healthy. I mean, I have no shame in my game. I'm not bones. I have a lot to hold on to. You know what I'm saying? But I'm healthy. I'm healthy. I'm healthy. I'm healthy. Yes, yes, yes. I'm not a size zero, but guess what? I am healthy. So basically, you have to replace those. Catch yourself, monitor how many times a day, not in a sense where you said I said it 5 times a day. Throughout the day, are you constantly criticizing yourself? Find out where it came from. This is where you need a coach or a counselor. Yes, you do. And y'all know where I'm at. If you don't, selfwhisper.com, you can go ahead and schedule a 30-minute discovery call. And we can find out how we can get rid of this low self image. The other question, and she can go ahead and give me the second question from Sheeta.
The second question is how to stay true to yourself while balancing life and remaining open.
Basically, you might want to just be you. And sometimes when you just you, somebody might not like it. They might not like the true you, the authentic you. And people might look at you a certain way because it is an image that you have to carry when you walk into the office. You have to, I believe, you have to be able to go to a job and put on that hat. When you go into another environment of somebody else's house, you have to know how to put on that act. Well, you respect them. Other words, you're not gonna walk into the supermarket and you got on a negligee. This is just me. I've seen it. When the phones first came out, you see people to this day. You see them going through the aisle, not buying nothing, and they all up on the phone. They got on their slippers. Some of them got their slippers. They got on their Santa Claus pajamas. And you know what? They may say this is me, but I feel that you have to respect the environment you at. Now, to be real, I think that's going to be in your environment. I think when people come into your home, you can be real. I think when you hang in with your friends and family, you can be the true you. If you are in, say, you have a podcast, and it's just certain things about you that is real. Are you raw? Do you get your message across with no apologies? That still can be you being the true you. But you still have to understand where you are at. You understand? I can't get up here. Some cases, YouTube will ask you, is there anything that your material, is it able for the children to is it children friendly? You have to tell the truth. No, because you might do some cursing. That's fine. But not every platform is going to let you come and say bleep the bleep the bleep the bleep the bleep the bleep. So know your environment. Be true to yourself, mainly when it's your area and your platform. If you got a podcast, yes, you can be true in your home, even in your community. But when you in a relationship, you don't let the person see all of you, because sometimes the truth of you might have it confused. Sometimes the authentic part of you is just you being who you are and being comfortable in what you say and what you wear. Some people don't want to dress up. They love comfortable clothes. They want to be in their yoga pants. But know the difference when you are in a relationship. And I say this to ladies because I hear this all the time. Be very, very careful not to go and tell the man the whole goddamn thing. You're bringing him the whole bag of you. You say, here go my whole history. Do you really want to do that? The only people that really need to know your history is the job you're trying to get, and that's for a resume. But don't give a man your whole resume. Men, you don't have to give a woman your whole resume. Oh, well, I make over 6 figures and blah blah blah, and she may be sitting up there saying, "Oh, I just found me a cat." Oh, baby, I'm gonna use you. And then you wonder why the woman's living. I don't know why every time I meet a woman, she want me for all my money. Who told you that you had to show her your check? How about the woman? You going out there telling this man, and listen. I am sorry. You playing the princess. You playing you're a queen, but you don't know how to be a queen. So you trying to be the angel that you know that you're not, and you sit up there and tell them, I just, I don't, have sex. I just met you. I just don't do stuff like that. I've been celibate for years and blah blah blah. And this is the way I am, and you present yourself like that, and don't touch me there. So and so and so and so and so. No, yeah. Then he said, "You want to come over to my home?" Yeah, I'll go, but I'm so and so and so and so and so and so. And then guess what? Boom, you go to bed with him. Now, I have nothing against those of you who say, hey, wait a minute, this is 2025. I can go to bed with whoever I want to. I'm a female. I can go ahead and do whatever you want to do. But I know who comes to me. I know when I get one of the questions that I get is, this man don't want me. He's not committed to me. Why is he treating me like I'm a slut? Maybe you was a slut the first day he met you. Because see, when you tell a man, and I had male friends that used to tell me, I don't believe a woman when she say she's not having sex. I don't believe all of that. You know why? Because boom, they can count the days where it don't even take a 24 hours and they can get it. And then you want this man to believe you because guess what? You brought too much to the table. So when you are trying to balance everything, you don't give them everything. You don't show them everything. If you got a man who is not, especially making lower income than you don't have to settle to please him, but you don't turn around and say, can you take me over here to this restaurant? Can you take me to that restaurant that the menu is going to be money, 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 money? Do you understand what I'm saying? You have to kind of like what kind of person is this? Where are you coming from? Like me personally, listen, when I was out there dating, you could take me to McDonald's. The only reason why they really want to go, if I go to McDonald's, I'm gonna get their fries. But that's not real, okay? But listen, I didn't grow up eating fast food. I can cook something, but I'm not gonna bring the man to my house that quick to cook. Because I don't want to bring anybody, especially if you have kids, ladies, hear me. But if the man said, I want to go to Burger King and we go, I'm going to go and feel him out and say, I wonder why he brought me here. Because this man could literally be making beyond 6 figures, but he's trying to see what kind of personality I have. And I have heard men say that. So you can bring, when you meet somebody, don't bring the whole resume. Okay. And in that way, if that don't work out, because the only way you hurt men and females, you hurt is because the person left you or dragged you based on all the stuff that you brought to the table. So I hope that helped you. And I'm going to recap everything that we just talked about because some of y'all, if you just came in here, I definitely encourage you to listen again. We talked about self-image. Yes, self-image. And what we wanted to, what I, the reason why I have this podcast, because I wanted you to fall in love with you. I wanted you to realize a lot of times your dreams are not there because, not because everybody around you, is because you don't know how to move forward because you don't see yourself. Remember when God told the Israelites to go up and to the promised land, and they came back and said, wait, we look like ants to them. Let me tell you something. Do you see yourself as a ant? Do you see yourself as a rug where people could just step on you? No, no, no. No, I fix myself from my head to my toe. I know a lot of women in my life as friends and associates. They made sure that they was looking like Black Marilyn Monroe, Holly Berry. They was, they looked like they was all of that and some. And I said, kudos to you. But the same females, I was shocked. They walk in there with glasses, and what's this you wearing shades? Because that eye busted. I am not, listen, I am not teasing you because you are in abusive relationship. I'm trying to tell you, do some self-searching. Do you really, really love yourself? Because if you really love yourself, I feel number one, you're not going to let anybody come and walk over you like your world. You're not going to be an ant to everybody. You understand what I'm saying? You're not going to see yourself small. You're going to be a queen, okay? But a queen is also humble. This is for the queens that's looking for the king, vice versa, and even the men. So what we talked about, it was the 10 powerful steps, how to acknowledge the power in you, how to identify when people talking to you negative. You need to define your true values. What are you worth? What is your worth? Embrace your unique traits. Uniqueness is the best. Don't ever get sad because you may have a mole over here. Thank goodness that you got a mole over there because nobody can copy a mole. Yeah, well, they could though. They really can go get surgery. The next one, number 5, surround yourself with positivity. The people around you should not be talking about how many medicines did you get today, and they get ready to put me on another medication. No, 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 no. How about talking about how can we get together as a community and eat good? How can we get together as a community and help each other? The 6th was set achievable goals. Let your goals be a day, daily. Pat yourself on the back. Buy yourself a rose if you got through the week and you've made it through. Mm, mm. Be be happy and appreciative with God. Do affirmations. Just walk around the house and say, thank you that I even in the house. Or all these people losing their jobs since post-pandemic. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The next one was detach the external from external validation. You don't need to seek people approval. If you can't get it, just go ahead and go in your house and go in your room and lock the door and keep telling yourself, look in the mirror and tell yourself, boy, I am something. Ain't I? I am a fine, sexy woman. Girl, you know I'm smart. You don't even, you know what? I got a book. I'm smart. I'm an author. I'm smart. Not conceited, you just conceiving what God have gave you. Visualize your best self. Vision boards. And y'all excuse me. Now see, because I got my little health drink right here. You visualize the best side self, the best, your best self. You have to know it. You have to see it. You have to have a mentor maybe that you could say, I want to go to where you going. Don't hang with somebody who's sitting in the back behind you, and you literally got a skill. You didn't have to go to college, I believe in specialization, or you went to college. And then this person is like in the back talking about, you don't need to do this, you don't need to do that, you don't need to do. Say, well, what do you need to do? You don't need nobody like that. The last one was commit to self-care. Morning, you don't mess with me. My phone is off. After 12 o'clock, you can deal, I can deal with you because I took care of my relationship with God, then me, which includes my house, even walking my dog. When I come back, then it's on, baby. But you better believe my room, everything is clean. You get what I'm saying? Self-care. I take care of myself. And affirmation, let me just say to you, let's say this day, this is a day that I am so happy because my self image is increasing to a higher good. I am grateful that I breathe every day. I am grateful that I am going to lay down my head on a comfortable, beautiful bed and I'm going to have the best sleep that I ever had. I am just grateful that I am able to speak. So I want you to do something for me. Besides subscribing, I want you to rewrite your story. I want you to go back and go into your journal and rewrite your story and say, you know what, this happened, but I'm going to rewrite it. And it starts today, okay? It starts today. The power is with you today. I thank you. I thank you for tuning in to my Self Whisper Unplugged. Subscribe, share, and comment to those to give them empowerment, to let the empowerment flow. Until next time, unplug, transform, and manifest your promised land today. But you got to remember this. If loving yourself is right, you don't want to be wrong.